So anyway, welcome to my GD timeline from 1.0 to 2.1. I'm making this video because my last one, it had lots of mistakes. I said 2.2 was out. I said Poltergeist was the first extreme demon. And why did I do all this? It's because I could. So I'm remaking it. Anyway, so before we start the actual video, thanks to Riley underscore for making the suggesting this, because they were like, okay, this is really bad. So I'm like, should I delete it? They're like, how about you remake it? So thanks to that, I still want to delete the video, but I won't. So anyway, Riley, if you're watching this, did I pronounce underscore correctly? So anyway, let's start. In 1.0, RobTop made the game. It was called Geometry Jump, and it had 6 levels. It was exclusive to mobile. It had Stereo Madness, Back on Track, Poltergeist, Tryout, Base After Base, Can't Let Go, and Jumper. Except the ratings were a bit different. This was an easy level, but then Back on Track was normal, even though general debate is that this is easier. Back on Track is easier. Poltergeist was also normal. Tryout was hard. Base After Base was harder. Can't Let Go was insane, and Jumper was also insane. So the difficulties were a bit different than they are now, and so that's when official levels started coming out. There were really popular official levels like Level Easy. This one was known to be like a really good beginner level for some beginner players. Slightly challenging to beginner players, but like good enough for them. I'd say it's a really good ease into the normal levels, in my opinion. It's a really easy normal level. Really easy for a normal level. Now we're going into GD 1.1. So it's actually Geometry Dash, and so new level, Time Machine. This one was also rated insane, and people went crazy because OMG, this is so hard. This is such a step up from Jumper. It isn't even that hard, but like back then people freaked out about all of triple spikes. And guess what happens? A revolutionary thing happens, and it changed Geometry Dash. A level called Demon Park came along, and like, haha, and this level is really hard, and like it's a park for demons, because like it's supposed to be a hell level, but like back then there weren't enough decorative objects to make it really hell themed, so he just called it Demon Park. So because apparently this is where the demons go to play or eat food on their break. Do demons work? Are demons like workers in hell? Wait, no, okay, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, the idea is like, wow, RobTop's like, wow, this level is like too hard for these ratings. So RobTop decided, I'll make an entire difficulty. What should I call it? Demon. After, well, it being called Demon Park. I'll name it after Demon Park. So RobTop names the difficulty after Demon Park, and there was no easy demon, there was no medium demon, no hard demon, no insane demon, or extreme demon. It was just demon. But then, To the Grave came along. This was a medium demon, and it became the new hardest demon. became the new hardest demon in Geometry Dash, being harder than Demon Park. It had the same music as Demon Park because apparently, like, Time Machine is such a popular song. So this was the first medium demon. Like, Demon Park was the first easy demon. What was the first hard demon? Well, it was a level called Extreme Park. A level that everybody hates, and you'll find out why. What is this? What? This level's a maze. Like, it's literally a maze. So yeah, RobTop had the demon demon ratings, and in 1.2, RobTop had Cycles. Cycles was the next one, and then RobTop also, like in 1.3, added X-Step. So now, like, not much changes through these updates, so I'm gonna breeze through the updates. So 1.4 we added Clutterfunk, and everybody freaked out about this level because they're like, wow, this level is extreme hardest, super hard. So why is it so hard? It's way harder than X-Step. Although it kinda is way harder than X-Step. Because X-Step, let's be real, it's like hard 5-star difficulty. Once this is like a harder 7-star difficulty. I mean, like, RobTop overrates the difficulties, but I'd say, like, it's not that, like, apparently every official level is easy for their rating. It's just, like, most easy demons are difficult for their rating. That's what I like. That's how I like to look at it. But anyway, next we have the 1.5 update. I should probably mention that the 1.2 update added the ball game mode, but now we have 1.5 update, and Theory of Everything was added. So Theory of Everything added a new game mode. What was that? UFO. And it was like Flappy Bird or whatever. So anyway, next comes update 1.6, and we have Electroman Adventures, and this first official RobTop Demon raid level, Clubstep. I mean, this is easier than both To the Grave and Extreme Park, and possibly even Demon Park. Actually, wait, no, Demon Park's probably easier than this. But the point is, this is easier than both To the Grave and Extreme Park. And so, that is when a certain level, there was just this certain level. That's not exactly when it came out, but not at the time of this wasn't at the time of 1.6. But I would like to add that a player, generally called Road Boast by the community, and generally had multiple accounts, started like posting levels on different accounts. One of his accounts was called The Real Zust, and another time he made a a level called Ice Crown Diablo X. It was so hard. It was so hard, and it was harder than RobTop's Insane Demon, which at the time, Demon Park was rated. Demon Park would have been like Insane Demon difficulty. It was so hard that RobTop had to make Extreme Demon rated. This was too hard. So then a level came along called Red World. Now I can't show you that level quite yet, but it was by Sari, and RobTop didn't rate it because RobTop was suspicious of this cult player named Sari, and what he did. So Sari, RobTop didn't rate it because RobTop was suspicious of Sari. So he waited, and eventually there was this update that made Red World impossible. There went another Extreme Demon. So anyway, next thing you know, the 1.7 update is out, and Electrodynamics, I'd say this 1.7 update, no, people don't talk about the 1.7 update enough. It really, changed Geometry Dash. It added speed changes. Now, you see speed changes in every level nowadays. So I feel like the 1.7 update really needs to be talked about more. But anyway, people were freaking out about Electrodynamics too, saying, oh, no, this is too hard. But I don't think it's hard enough to be Demon. I mean, sure, it's the hardest non-Demon official RobTop level, but it's not hard enough to be Demon. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, speed changes revolutionized the community, kinda. One example is of a creator called Leon. Leon made a level called Lights and Thunder. Nowadays, it's really easy for a demon, but back then it was around easy difficulty. And he made use of those speed changes. And I feel like it was a really good idea to name it Lights and Thunder. And of course, he used the music Electrodynamics because people always use the music that was put in the new updates the most. But to this point, I'd really say 1.7 update really revolutionized the community, and Geometry Dash would not have Extreme Demons how they are nowadays without the 1.7 update. So let's all clap for the 1.7 update. Oh wait, I can't clap because I'm playing the level. So anyway, next thing that happened is, what happened was a level was added in the 1.8 update, and it was Hexagon Force. I would argue that the music, Hexagon Force, is one of the best music it used in an official level in Geometry Dash. Really reminds me of Heroes and stuff. Now, some players that just want to learn about the game and they just got it, they might wonder, what's this new feature in the 1.8 update? But everybody else knows it is Dual Portal. Dual Portal lets you control 2 players at once. Also with 2-player mode, where where one person can use the mouse, the other person can use the spacebar, and each controls one of those players, so you can have like 2 people playing Geometry Dash? Geometry Dash is not a multiplayer game. What are you talking about? At least not online it isn't. Just like if you have people, if people go inside your house, then you can be like, they can be like, hey, why do you invite me over here? Oh yeah, I just wanted you to be Duello Maestro. If you are a new player and you're watching this video and you're wondering what Duello Maestro is, just hold on. I'll get to Duello Maestro eventually. But we're not quite there yet. First, I have to talk about a revolutionary level in Geometry Dash. Collaboration. Collaboration took a ton of creators and they all made a small part in a level. And nowadays, you see collaborations all the time. But this was the first occurrence of it, and that's why they called it collaboration. Jeez. So yeah, of course that used the music hexagon course. Now let's see what the popular comments have to say. Don't look my percentage. Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on to, oh boy, do we have an update to talk about here. We have the 1.9 update. So first we had blast processing. Blast processing was actually a pretty big break from the last levels that RobTop had provided. It was like, it's pretty easy, and I'd say it's only a hard 5-star difficulty. Maybe even hard 4-star. Actually, wait, maybe not because of that dual wave that's coming up. So yeah, I can just beat this in one attempt because it's not that hard. If you beat Time Machine, you can beat this because this is honestly, this is easier. But anyway, this music is also really popular and among the best. But then there was Theory of Everything 2, the new hardest RobTop level. Rompo Topo. But then something started to happen. A revolutionary creator started shining through, and his name was Funny Game. So like, Funny Game was known for his great levels before, but Funny Game really knocked it out of the park. 1.9. This first 1.9 level being Revolution. And note that like the color changing in the artifact and color channels and stuff, all that's pretty new. And like decorations being invisible. Funny Game really shows with that he made Revolution. So this first part's quite blast processing styled. But then now we have this part, and it shows these effects appearing to be the music. And Funny Game did a beautifully good job with the contrast of the colors right here. And the way they fade in and out. Another blast processing style part. I can talk about all of these like revolutionary Funny Game levels he made in 1.9, but I don't want to make this video too long. So I'll just talk about Revolution and obviously Death that was posted onto Funny Game's emergency account, Caustic. I mean, still not as many accounts as Roadros. I mean, that's it too, but I also forgot to talk about Black P2S Bullish because that's another one of Roadros' accounts. But he's generally considered to have pretty good guys in Roadros. So yes, that level. Then there was another really popular level made in 1.9. It was called Moving Obstacles. It was a level made by Samsar. A lot of people didn't know how he did it. How could you move blocks in 1.9? The way he did it is that he actually didn't make the blocks move at all. He actually changed colors from black to red and red to black, like whatever color the blocks appear as. So it appears as if they're moving, but the layout stays the same, just the colors change. But still, everybody was like, whoa, you guys remember when this was the most amazing level ever? So anyway, we have to talk about a certain extreme demon, Cataclysm. Of course, Cataclysm. Cataclysm was the new hardest extreme demon. Harder than Ice Carbon Diablo X. Which was like crazy at the time, because Ice Carbon Diablo X was apparently near impossible. It was found out that GG Boy hacked the level, but that's not important right now, because what's important right now is that somebody got inspired and created Bloodbath. The first Extreme Demon Mega Collab that was inspired by Cataclysm. And it really just became the new hardest Extreme Demon in the game by far. Whoa, you would not believe, it's crazy. But anyway, into Update 2.0, which is also a lot to talk about, because it introduced official moving objects. Like, you will see them featured in this level Geometrical Dominator right here. And text, which is used very frequently in levels nowadays. It also added the robot game mode. this ship section has a lot of moving objects. I totally forgot to talk about the wave section in 1.9. So yeah, there was this wave section. That means like you hold, you go up diagonally, and if you release, you go down diagonally. Also, there were these rainbow blocks. In my opinion, this is probably the best RobTop level. But then, there was also Deadlocked, which became the new hardest RobTop level, and it still is. RobTop's a solid, Deadlock's a solid medium link, and to this day I still have not used it. Okay, that happens. It's weird, but it happens. So anyway, a ton of extreme demons started coming out. So like, Uprise, the Hell Factory, A Bizarre Phantasm, Conical Depression. This one being like, people were like, what? How is this rated? This is trash. And that's really when Carmel started being more noticed in the Geometry Dash community, with levels such as Invisible Deadlocked. It's absolutely awful. It's like one of the worst rated levels in the game. So anyway, he also made actually good levels like Rearmed, Lit Fuse, Phobos, Heartbeat, Don't Rate This Level, Falling Up, High, and like just made bad levels, but he also made good levels. So I guess that's good. And now it is time to move on to Upstate 2.1. Where RobTop added Finger Dash. Right here, you can see we have some fancy new blocks and new thing, Dash Orb. You hold down and dash. The Dash Orb. Also, whoa, is that a new monster? This is absolutely crazy, guys. You're not supposed to jump there, but I still did. So anyway, but I could go on about all of these new extreme demons that have come out. And I think the most important extreme demon to talk about is Red World. It was fixed. They fixed it. It was fixed and rated. Seriously, this is what happened. RobTop just did that and it got rated. It was out since 1.6 and it just got rated in 2.1. Apparently, RobTop's like, okay, whatever, sorry, you can't do any damage now. This level's proven to be possible. Even though I'll have you know that this is easier than Ice Carver Diablo X. So I wouldn't suggest this for a beginner extreme. But anyway, like, really cool, innovative levels started coming out. You know, like, Aku. I know everybody says this, but use this as a beginner extreme. But still, 2.1's been out for this long. But then, we're not done. Oh, we're talking about 2.11. Yeah. We have this.